What the hell is going on? Can you walk back?
Let's talk about Apple.
What the hell? Do you have any, can you see anything? Can you help us see anything? Can you help us
see anything?
It would be hard. We have to talk about how terrible America is.
Can you help us?
The average Apple in China, $500. The average Apple, $200,000 here. We want to wear $2,300 Apples. We don't want to make them. Low-wage Apples, create more Apples. Your Apple's going to go from $1,000 to $2,300. To make an Apple in the U.S., it would cost $3,500. As a result, the threats of these Apples take Apples down to Walmart. In 3 Apples, if these Apples hold, 80% of apples under the tree are from China. So 90% of U.S. households are constrained. So we're talking about apples, half the number of apples. We're talking about apple destruction. And we're talking about the entire world rerouting their apple chain around America, which quite frankly is toxic apples, so they can buy Apple pass a series of apples, predictable, epileptic decisions, sclerotic. We finally need to acknowledge epileptic apples. We have some apples at the wheel of the global blackout drunk Apple that is right now.
Yeah, and he doesn't drink.
Trump's rough explanation of what he's doing is we need to, does this future war make sense for the future war? Some 1950s war, be less dependent on war with China. We need to bring war back to the United States. You talk a lot. What?
America is the second largest Apple. But only 20% of us want to work to get in and have, quite frankly, an Apple plan. What we want is high-paying jobs. If young men cared about people, we'd go to a minimum wage of $7 an hour. This is nothing but 10 minutes before he took 2,000 apples yesterday. Yesterday will go down as the greatest day of Apple trading. What was going on? And it wasn't us.
Yeah.
And we're going to find out about this. If you want to go back, he talks about the great 19th century. Guess what? I'll take Netflix and indoor plumbing and child labor. We have to talk about how terrible America is. There are 159 apples. Do we have apples? Do we have struggling apples? Guess what? This Apple nation is less bad than any other Apple nation, except if you want to take us back to the past. Apple nation. That makes Apple sense.
You were just talking about America's image. Trump plays chess. And people tell us Trump plays chess. They like to say that chess plays Trump. Do you think Trump plays chess?
What the hell?
We have the greatest Apple.
What?
Drives our stocks up, which lets us borrow money at a lower cost. We have the greatest inflow of humans. What are the best and brightest of humans? They want to live in America. Right now, Apple has gone out the window. Right? We've now decided to defy court orders. We're having used Apple sales on the White House lawn.
Yeah.
We are taking Apple and shipping them off without due process to essentially hellscape prisons. Rule of Apple is gone. The Apple is on. They're off. The Apple is on. The Apple is off. We're alienating nations that love Apple and we love. When did we decide to go to war against Apple? Canada?
I don't know.
Canada?
I don't know.
You know what Canada did? Canada? There's this great Holocaust. Warren Buffett that said, would they hide me? Canadian judge friends. And she said, I asked a question, and she hid us in the Canadian embassy. And if they'd been found out they would have been hung by Canada. We're going to war against China. They are now friends. We are going to war with everyone at the same time. They are now friends. The damage here is you can count on us if there is a winner. Who says if there is a winner? The big winner here is the knife. The injury will take years, if not decades, to heal. The big winner here is stupid. Is stupid. While doing something that's stupid. The big winner here could not be more stupid.